NFL Sunday Ticket is brought to you in part by Microsoft.
And we get ready for the second half with the Jets leading 17-3. You get late in the season, every coach talks about it. Got to run the football, got to stop the run. Going well for the Jets.
Yes, and Buffalo, you heard Greg Williams tell Bonnie going off the field, we're going to have to make a commitment to stopping Curtis Martin. That means they're going to have to bring a safety up to the line. You know what that means. Could be a big play in the passing game. Let's go ahead and check out the statistics from the first half, and you're going to see that Buffalo's not running the ball well at all with only 32 yards. Points off turnovers, 14 for the Jets because of the Buffalo mistakes. And here they are, and they have been plentiful. A lot of them in the passing game. A miscommunication there ends up in an interception. Chris Watson negates a field goal. That ends up with a Jets touchdown. Interception. And here we go again. Dropped passes, and it has been a most frustrating 30 minutes for the Buffalo Bills. They have been completely outplayed in every aspect of the game by the New York Jets.
Now that documenting the pictures that you just saw, and Bledsoe and the Bills will have to wait as the Jets get it first here in the second half. 86 yards passing for Pennington, but 84 yards rushing for Curtis Martin. That's the big story of the first half, and the wind blows the ball off the tee. Lamont Jordan, Chad Morton waiting to return. They've resodded the field at midseason with all the action, both the Giants and Jets playing here, plus some collegiate activity.
It's not great, but it's a whole lot better than it was.
And the Army-Navy game on CBS will be here in a couple of Saturdays.
Wait till they get done rolling those tanks and Abrams and everything over this thing. It'll really be a mess.
Hollis with a kick. And Chad Morton, they call him the pit bull, trying to sink his teeth into this one. And he's tackled from behind at the 35-yard line. As we go down to Bonnie Bernstein.
All right, well, Dick, the Jets clicking on all cylinders, but Herman Edwards in particular pleased with his defense. He said, I stressed to them before the game, turnovers. Both of the Jets' interceptions have resulted in touchdowns, obviously giving their offense more opportunities, and on the flip side, keeping the Bills and that lovely receiving core off the field.
And +2 today, and you can see it, what Herman Edwards preaches is fact. You win when you win that turnover differential. They're 4-0 when they have the positive advantage. One of the best in the league last year. From the 35, Pennington to Martin. Right back where they started, and now he's in the clear, and finally hanging on is Eddie Robinson, but perhaps hanging on to too much as two flags fly.
Well, that's what happens. You commit to 8 men in the box, which is what Buffalo did. The problem is if one of those 8 guys doesn't make the tackle, look out.
A 17-yard run plus 15 more on the personal foul.
Personal foul, grabbing and twisting the face mask. Number 55 defense, 15 yards to first down.
You're going to see Buffalo. They've got 6 right on the line. Middle linebacker, safety. Watch how quickly the safety fills, becoming the 8th man in the box. The problem is if you don't make the tackle, then there's nobody in that next line of defense for 10 yards downfield. And that's what happens right here. You end up with 8 guys in the box, but not one of the 8 makes the tackle. And there you get a pretty good look at Eddie Robinson really manhandling Curtis Martin, thus the 15-yarder face mask.
And Martin over the century mark. That's the 27th time as a Jet, a record for the franchise. Pennington underneath to Martin, 25, 20, skips out of a tackle, and he's down at the 15. Coy Wire and Eddie Robinson finally gets the elusive Martin to the turf.
You could see it last week when you watched the tape of their win over Detroit. You can see it during practice. Curtis Martin, while not 100%, is close enough to count. Look at his ability to plant, put his weight on that ankle. That is the Curtis Martin we're used to seeing, a dominating football player. In all aspects, Dick. He can block, he can run, he can receive, and he can lead.
In fact, earlier in the year, he said this ship was sinking, trying to inspire his teammates. He's there to plug up all the holes as he picks up 4 on first down.
Yeah, I'm glad you knew what I said when he lead, not lead block. He is a leader. Chad Pennington, he's had a lot of fun handing it off to Curtis Martin, but the offensive line, kudos to these guys. Look at the gaping holes that Curtis Martin has been enjoying, and he has been making people miss repeatedly. Bills have had shots at Curtis Martin, and they have whiffed.
He's now within 53 yards of 10,000 in his great career here in 8 seasons with New England and the Jets. Pennington rolling, throwing. Coles, touchdown. Lavernius Coles wide open.
What a tremendous fake. Nifty ball handling by Chad Pennington. His fake into the middle just sucked everybody in from the Buffalo defense. And then surprising them by breaking contain and getting outside. That was an excellent call by Paul Hackett, the offensive coordinator, and well executed by the Jets QB.
Coles with his 3rd touchdown catch of the year, and Hall now trying to make it 24-3. Lavernius Coles from Chad Pennington, and the Jets are on a roll.
We're on the list.
Enter Southwest Airlines take your team to the Super Bowl sweepstakes, and you could win a trip to the Super Bowl for you and 10 friends.
Oh, how'd he make the list?
Brother-in-law.
Naturally.
Enter at southwest.com/Super Bowl.
Why do you guys have interstate highways in Hawaii?
What do you mean?
Well, interstate means connecting 2 or more states.
I don't know. I think they're planning on building a bridge or a tunnel. Eventually.
When you drive a car you never have to think about, what will you think about? The Civic from Honda.
Woo! That's what I'm talking about! Woo!
Just tasted new Sam Adams Light. The light beer with shockingly great taste.
Yeah!
They shared as children.
Something has come back to collect us.
Was only supposed to be a dream. Wes Craven presents They. Rated PG-13. In theaters everywhere. Wednesday.
While it may surprise you that the FBI isn't all it's cracked up to be, it won't surprise you that Billy Crystal is. Both stories tonight on 60 Minutes.
This telecast is copyrighted by the NFL for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or of any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NFL's consent is prohibited.
As impressive as the Jets were in the first half, they opened the second half with a 4-play, 65-yard drive and another quick score and a 24-3 lead. Pennington with a perfect strike to Coles, who was 15 yards from the nearest Buffalo defender.
The ball handling and the fake to Richie Anderson was just nothing short of splendid.
Hall's kick into the wind to Charlie Rogers at the 15. Across the 30 to the 31, where he's met by a quintet of Jets tacklers led by Ray Mickens.
Here's Lavernius Coles right up here, and what he's going to do is come into this end zone and come all the way across. And because of the wonderful ball work inside, there's the fake, and they just completely lose track of Coles, and Chad Pennington just plays pitch and catch. But look at this nifty pivot, and then look how he shows the ball to everybody on the field and then takes it away. And when he comes out, everybody in a white jersey, nearly everybody, has just been bamboozled.
That's a good word. Bamboozled he was. They were. Bledsoe and a man behind him gets it underneath, complete to Travis Henry, and Henry running through tacklers all the way to midfield. Bledsoe just did deliver that one as pressure was coming from the backside. John Abraham in pursuit of the quarterback.
John Abraham has played an awfully good football game to this point. He has been all over the place. This is not where you expect a defensive end to come in and help clean things up. Sam Coward in around the legs. John Abraham coming in high.
Henry on the handoff, skids, and apparently was not touched by a Jet, so he moves to the 45-yard line where Damian Robinson comes up to slam a shoulder into him. Well, it's a busy time of the year with college basketball next Saturday, and of course an extra bonus on Thanksgiving. Always a holiday treat. It'll be New England's Patriots, the Super Bowl champs, at Detroit. 12:30 Eastern time. At 12 o'clock, join our crew from New York on NFL Today. Happy and meaningful Thanksgiving to you all. Bledsoe guns complete to Riemersma at the 34-yard line. Marvin Jones there to tap him down. First down, Buffalo. Jones, a great career here in New York. 10 seasons out of Florida State. No Pro Bowl for him. Three-time All-America with the Seminoles, and he won all the collegiate awards, the Lombardi and the Butkus awards, and been a solid veteran in the middle of that defense.
You know, Dick, you could make a point that Eric Moulds and Curtis Martin are maybe the two best players on this field, with Bledsoe. Moulds not a factor in this game at all.
Doesn't have a catch yet. Is this the time? They go long, and that ball's going to way out of the field of play. It was Peerless Price on the sidelines.
And when Eric Moulds is not a part of the Buffalo passing game, yes, they have talent all around with Price and Reed and Riemersma and people like that, but Eric Moulds is the game breaker. He is the man when it comes to passing the football for Buffalo, and Eric Moulds has been removed from this football game without a reception.
He has a string of 71 straight games with a catch coming in. Split way out to the left this time. Shotgun, 2nd and 10, handoff to Henry. And he runs into resistance. Jason Ferguson, the nose tackle, after a gain of 4. Marvin Jones there to clean it up. 2nd down and 7. A 3rd and 7.
What a different attitude you can see in the Jets defense. Remember early in the year talking to Mo Lewis and to Marvin Jones, and they talked about, you know, it's hard to tackle when you think you're there by yourself. How much easier it is to tackle if you know there's a teammate right on your heels to clean it up. And that's the way the Jets are playing defense now. They're not single tackles, they're tackling in groups.
3rd and 7. The throw underneath is complete to Peerless Price, but he doesn't get to the sticks. He's hit at the 25, a yard shy of a first down by Aaron Beasley. You trail by 21, 4th and 1.
You got to go for it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about this.
As they message in the call to Bledsoe. And the Jets, a stop here would just about seal it early for New York.
Well, there's a lot of football left, but I think this was a no-brainer call for Greg Williams.
And Bledsoe looks for something big, and he gets the catch from Eric Moulds inside the 10-yard line. His first reception of the game, and what a bullet delivered by Bledsoe.
Well, a precise turn in from Eric Moulds, and here he is locked up on Aaron Beasley, and he spins him all the way around. Now Beasley has the outside part of the field, but I'm telling you right now, anytime a receiver makes a corner do a 360, he's going to be open.
And you saw that tight spiral, 18-yard gain. 1st and goal. Henry to the goal line, and stopped right there at the 1-yard line by Marvin Jones.
Looked like Henry. What did somebody grab his helmet? His head jerked violently as he was running towards the goal line. Let's take a look at this. He gets up into the hole, gets inside a Oh, it looks like somebody's hand. That was Marvin Jones' hand raked right across his face mask. But he didn't grab it. That's Marvin Jones. His arm was across the helmet trying to make the tackle, but he didn't grab the face mask.
Inside the 1, 2nd and goal. Henry in the end zone for a touchdown. His 10th rushing score of the season. one of the leaders.
And why do you get the feeling that dropping to his knees in the end zone was for Grandma?
Yeah, he was he's playing with a heavy heart today. Beloved grandmother, and he had rushed down to Alabama for the funeral yesterday and hurried back last night to join his teammates. A woman who lived 87 wonderful years and 99 grandchildren and many great grandchildren, and that touchdown is for Sarah Watts, you can bet. Adding the point is Hollis. So Buffalo's got its first touchdown. Let's see if that inspires their offense. Midpoint of the third quarter.
With our advanced VTM four-wheel drive system and 240 horsepower engine, you can leave the distractions of modern society behind.
Hey, where are you going?
I'm gonna go watch a DVD.
Or not. Introducing the Pilot, built by Honda.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines, proud sponsor of the NFL and official airline of Super Bowl 37. Bud Light, for the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light. And by the Civic from Honda, a car you never have to think about.
Back to the scenes of the Big Apple, Meadowlands in New Jersey.
Buffalo did an onside kick last week, and if I wouldn't kick it right to Chad Morton. I'd squib it or something.
Yeah, but Hollis kicks it straight away, and it's Morton at the 1. Little guy from Southern California finds some daylight on the far sidelines. Chased down and finally pulled out of bounds by Jason Bostic, a backup cornerback.
What are they thinking about?
Good field position again for the Jets on a 42-yard return by Chad Morton.
Every Saturday, I get together and play football with the guys. But this Saturday, I had to take a time out.
Hey, Steve, you okay?
It's my throat. It's all dry.
Hey, mine too. I think I got just what you guys need. Come on.
It was a good thing Brad was there. He explained that we were thirsty, and he gave us ice-cold Bud Lights. He told us that by drinking the Bud Light, parched feeling would go away. You know what? He was right.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down, make it a Bud Light.
Mr. Friday, what is that?
Double glazed baby back ribs.
And where are the utensils?
Tonight, dig into our mouth-watering, double-glazed baby back ribs. Glazed twice for a one-of-a-kind Friday's taste.
When you need a cup, pour some sugar ramen.
Shook up ramen?
Yeah, soup.
Freeze. A call to the library could help her out. Good thing T-Mobile lets her call whenever she wants. Go.
Says here, pour some sugar on me. I'm hot, sticky, sweet.
Mm-hmm.
The most one-ever minutes free long distance in roaming, only from T-Mobile.
Get more.
EOS Rebel TI. Get into it.
Access NFL.com now on America Online. Get live game day coverage and real-time stats at AOL keyword NFL.com.
Critics call CBS's Martin and Lewis hugely entertaining. Sean Hayes and Jeremy Northam give stellar performances.
Hello, lady!
Don't miss Martin and Lewis, CBS tonight.
And this long-standing AFC-AFL rivalry continues with the Jets leading by 2 scores, and Pennington off a play-action fake hits Richie Anderson, who is hit himself by London Fletcher, the former point guard for Cleveland High School state basketball champion. And I don't know if he drilled his passes like that, but he certainly uses his body well in this game.
That would have been a foul, as Richie Anderson has to head to the sidelines. He looks like he's turned a knee or an ankle. Again, Chad One more time, Morton goes right up the middle, but then the quick cut to the outside, and why Buffalo has elected to kick deep to Chad Morton, I don't know. If ever there's an opportunity, just squib it down the middle and look at Mike Westhoff. Yes, sir.
Special teams coach. 2nd and 10 for Pennington. He throws long and knocked down. No flag by Nate Clements. He did turn at the last moment, and that's what saved him the flag.
The defensive back has every much of a right to the football as does the wide receiver. And if you're playing the football, which Nate Clements wasn't until the last minute. You're right. He could have been called for interference. Or I was right into a great speech about Nate Clements playing the ball all the way, but he wasn't. That should have been an interference call on the Buffalo corner. He got away with one.
I think the very fact that he did get his hands on it.
Well, at the very end he did. But when he made contact, he had his back to the football.
So it's 3rd down and 10, and Pennington has to spend a timeout at this juncture with 6:52 remaining in the 3rd.
Ignore them, they're chicken people.
Dublin, Ohio is a town divided between Wendy's Chicken Bacon Swiss.
Frank, a cheeseburger? Oh, what are you thinking?
And Wendy's Bacon Swiss Cheeseburger.
I don't see why you can't like both.
What are you eating there, Jimmy? Nothing. Each have hickory smoked bacon and Swiss, so you can't go wrong.
Chicken lover.
Wendy's, it's better here. And now phone home. E.T. Collectibles have landed in every Wendy's kids meal.
Paul Vitti is leaving his crime family for the Sobel family.
That lobster in my house. Ew.
On December 6th, what's it with your family?
All you did was flash everybody in the dining room.
Make room for the comedy reunion of the year. Robert De Niro, Billy Crystal.
That restaurant was really good. No! Up until the attempted whacking.
Analyze That. Rated R. Starts Friday, December 6th.
All right, let's see here. 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths.
A real fixer-upper for artistic creative types. Formal dining room.
A sweeping staircase. Oh, honey, a fireplace. Doesn't that sound fabulous?
Honey. What do you think?
We'll take it.
The new 6-speed Acura CL Type S.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Radio Shack. This month only you'll find great deals on home entertainment products only at Radio Shack. And by Wendy's Bacon Swiss Cheeseburger and Chicken Bacon Swiss. It's better here.
And welcome back with this reminder, The Late Show. Dave has an all-new week ahead. Everybody loves Raymond's Ray Romano, Jack Hanna's Animals, Liza Minnelli, and George Clooney. And Monday, don't miss Lisa Kudrow, plus an all-new Stupid Pet Tricks. That's this week on The Late Show with Dave. 3rd and 10 from the 44 for Pennington. Flag goes down. Pennington scrambles to the sidelines and slides down at the 47 short of the first down. If the flag is for holding, and you suspect that were a flag thrown near the quarterback, then it wouldn't be a first down. Maybe Buffalo declines this one.
There's no foul on the play.
Well, they will decline it then.
Well, they're picking up the flag. It would be awfully tough to get called for holding when Buffalo only had a 3-man pass rush. That's embarrassing for an offensive line when you got 5 on 3, and to keep the 3 guys from your quarterback, you get flagged for holding.
Jets have not been penalized once today.
No.
And Matt Turk in to punt. He's only punted once, and again into the wind. Charlie Rogers moves up to the 15. Beautiful high spiral. Fair catch, Rogers at the 11. And with that, we'll take a timeout. 6.5 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. The Jets lead by 2 scores.
Go to hyperspeed now! Cliff!
I'll never forget you. Never.
Ving.
What?
Just pick a movie.
Really get into movies with the finest from RCA at Radio Shack. Like a 27-inch color stereo TV, only $249.99. And make the movie experience real with this home theater with DVD, now just $299.99.
How about this?
No, please.
Move along, little doggies.
Radio Shack.
What's brown to me? One word. Mahoney. Mahoney does the work of three. So instead of 3 different guys for ground deliveries, overnight, and international.
Hey, how you doing?
And 3 different pickup times, all I need is 1 Mahoney and 1 pickup. You wore the shorts for TV, didn't you?
1 driver, 1 pickup, 1 reliable network. UPS, what can Brown do for you?
This shot for the cup and a piece of hurling history. What must be going through that young man's head? Has he got what it takes to be a champion?
CBS Tuesday. A serial killer may be aboard the ship.
I will pray to God you're wrong. We need to find the element that sets this killer off.
Halt! An all-new Jag. Then his dad moves in. His boss falls off the wagon.
I covered your...
Stand by your man. It's the wildest day of this attorney's life. All new Guardian after Jag. CBS Tuesday.
Richie Anderson, remember, he took that hard lick from London Fletcher, limping to the Jets locker room. As Buffalo with the ball deep in their own end at the 11-yard line, trailing 24-10, moved briskly to a touchdown their last possession. And the give is to Travis Henry. He's blocked off on the right side and reverses his field with running room. Damian Robinson slows him down, and help comes at the 22 as Henry ad-libs his way to a first down.
Yeah, you don't often get away in the NFL with reversing your field like that, but Travis Henry, he made it happen. Sean Ellis had a shot at him, but wasn't able to get him. But this was really, I thought, going for even bigger yardage. Damian Robinson showed a lot of speed in getting over there and cutting off the field for Travis Henry.
That may surprise you. Look at Henry's weight, 220. He's 15 pounds heavier than Curtis Martin. Certainly doesn't look it on the field. Powerfully compacted.
Yeah, you put 220 on a frame that's only 5'9". You're talking about a lot of power.
Bledsoe on first down to the sideline, complete to his tight end, and it's Dave Moore. Moore, who has 11 catches this year, the former Tampa Bay Buccaneer.
By the way, the word on Richie Anderson is an ankle that is bothering him. He went into the Jets locker room. I presume that they'll give him an x-ray, and as soon as we find out, we'll pass it along. I would assume the Jets are awfully hopeful that that Richie's services aren't required anymore the rest of the day, because the way he was walking in, I'm sure they'd prefer if he didn't play.
Another first down, moves it out to the Buffalo 34. Centers in motion. Quick throw, Bledsoe to Eric Moulds, and he's spun out of bounds at the 40. A gain of 6 on first down. Donnie Abraham, the defender, along with John Abraham, the defensive end, not related. Well, the Bills now seeming to pick up some momentum, and one wonders if they should be able to drive this downfield for a touchdown.
A lot of football left.
You bet. That 4th and 1 call at the 25 on the last possession led to a touchdown was really critical. Henry on the toss, and he's out to the 45. Another Buffalo first down. So they've moved quickly from their own 11 out to midfield.
It was critical, obviously, because it led to a touchdown, but it also got Eric Moulds involved in the football game for the first time.
Moulds in the last 3 Pro Bowls.
When you look at 6 receptions between these 2 receivers, which are the heart and soul of the Buffalo passing attack, coming into this game with 66 and 64 receptions respectively. It's been a good job by the Jets of shutting them out.
Henry again behind the block of Philip Crosby, and Henry into Jets territory, battles his way to the 35-yard line on second effort. 20 more yards for number 20, Travis Henry.
And how smart of this is Kevin Gilbride, the offensive coordinator of Buffalo, being a couple touchdowns down, but realizing there's still plenty of time and going with the run. Travis Henry has really been the guy that's made it happen on this drive from deep in their own territory. The Buffalo running game coming to life.
Bledsoe on first down. Underneath to Philip Crosby. And Crosby belts his way inside the 25. Another first down. They're picking up chunks at 10 yards or more. Bonnie?
Well, Dick, Eric Mould starting to get a little more involved on the Bills offense, but one of the things he's really had to learn how to do with Kevin Gilbride coming on is be particularly careful about the depth on his routes. He said early on, I used to cut my route short because I was so anxious just to get the ball back that I wouldn't run my routes. He's like, now it's 20 and I got to be there 20 because Gilbride's offense is predicated on timing and accuracy.
Bledsoe just does get that away to Peerless Price, who was smothered on the coverage by Donnie Abraham and avoided a sack, however, with that quick throw.
Well, I think, was that Marvin Jones coming right up the middle? There's Marvin, number 55, and he takes the guard center gap, and he is untouched. In pass blocking, you start in the middle and work your way out to give your quarterback a chance. Turning a guy loose right up the middle, no play is going to be successful when you do that.
2nd and 10 at the 24. Price and Moulds both to the right, two tight ends. Moulds in motion, toss to Henry. And that was a good job defensively, flowing to the ball for the Jets, led by Sam Cowart. Well, Wednesday, folks, a special night for Survivor with only 4 episodes left. This is an episode you can't miss. Catch Survivor on a special night Wednesday at 8, 7 Central on CBS, America's most watched network. 3rd and 8 for the Buffalo Bills at the Jets 22. Bledsoe shotgun. Good protection. Now he throws incomplete, and on the carom, neither Beasley nor Reed could get back there for it. Moulds was in the end zone with a chance at the carom. Brings up 4th down, and Greg Williams going to send out Mike Hollis and the place kicking unit.
Drew Bledsoe has to throw this, being distracted as from behind James Darling has his hand on the back of Bledsoe's shoulder pads. That was just excellent work by the secondary of the New York Jets. Good coverage. And now, having scored a touchdown on the previous possession, and given the fact that it's 4th and long, the field goal unit comes on for Buffalo as we have a little mini conference here by the officials.
Dan, it'd be a 40-yard attempt, and this with the wind. Hollis is 4 for 6 on the season in this range. Mormon, the punter, to hold. And Hollis drills it through. So the Bills starting back at their own 11-yard line, move it downfield and settle for Mike Hollis' second field goal of the game and cut the lead to 11. And we remind you, tomorrow on CBS, an all-new night of America's best television starts with King of Queens, and then Yes Dear, Everybody Loves Raymond, the new #1 comedy of the season, still standing. Don't miss TV's new #1 show, CSI Miami, plus The Late Show with David Letterman. That's all after your local news Monday here on CBS. And for you college football fans, Friday after Thanksgiving, it's the Bayou Tigers of LSU and the Hogs of Arkansas here on CBS, 2:30 Eastern Time. Let's see what else we have in line. How about the coaching changes this year, and who's worked out best of the first-year coaches? Cast your vote at NFL.com for Callahan, Dungy, Gruden, Schottenheimer, or Spurrier.
Well, Chad Morton, guess what, is deep for the New York Jets. And if Buffalo kicks to him, it's time to go lay down on the couch for a little analysis.
Please, don't set the stakes too high here.
Oh, boy.
There he goes, folks. Dan is in the reclining. He's in the supine right now. And Morton is on the sidelines and takes it all the way to the 35-yard line before Dominique Stevenson can make the stop. Well, 35, I guess when you're Buffalo, that's not too bad. Yes, doctor.
I don't get it. I'm stuttering. Chad Morton makes a break for the sideline, and he almost makes that into a big play. And Mike Westhoff, the second-year special teams coach here, he's kind of satisfied with that. Of course, second year here, that was after a 15-year run with the Miami Dolphins.
Going back to Don Shula days as head man there. First down for the Jets. Their 24-3 lead, cut to 24-13. And the toss is to Curtis Martin, and a good open field tackle from Chris Watson. London Fletcher slowed him down.
You know, it's tough enough being out on the field during a game, but sometimes it's a little harrowing being on the sidelines.
That Ted Cottrell, and boy, they knocked off two of the Jets.
That's
assistants.
Ted Cottrell on his backside, and I think that was Herman that almost went down as well. But Ted Cottrell, when he lands, that's a thud. Ted's a wide body. He's one of us.
That's for sure. Martin following his blockers and finally runs out of room as London Fletcher able to filter through that blocking wedge and make the tackle.
I think by listening, and we're getting some great audio from the field, but I think listening to the hitting in this game, I think you get a sense of what's at stake. And we talked earlier about the loser of this football game is in big trouble when it comes to making the playoffs. And this almost has a playoff sound to this game. The hitting in this game has been ferocious.
3rd and 8. Wayne Corbett in the slot. He hasn't caught a pass today. Becht in motion. Pennington on the roll. The plant and throw. And it's Corbett for the first down at the Buffalo 48. His initial reception of the game.
Yeah, the two number 80s weren't a big factor in this game in the first half. And finally, Wayne Corbett, who's seen a lot of his receptions go to the sidelines with Vinny Testaverde, got back into the swing of things last week, and it's the last play of the third quarter that gets him in the swing of things today.
And at the end of 3, the Jets 24, the Bills 13. Will return to Giants Stadium right after this word from your local station.
What did this college professor teach that could have led to his murder?
This is the most bizarre thing I've ever seen.
TV's most watched new show, CSI Miami, all new CBS Monday.
5 teams remain. Don't miss an all-new Amazing Race after a special Survivor, CBS Wednesday.
NFL Sunday Ticket is brought to you in part by Expedia.com.
So how's it coming?
Good. This one looks pretty exotic.
Cool.
Mosquito nets. What was that? Maybe not that exotic.
Great.
Everything you need to choose the hotel that's right for you.
Expedia.com. New York City, yeah! T-Rex! T-Rex! Art! Tavern on the Green! Shopping for my children! Broadway! Go, horse, go!
Everyone's a fan of New York, and now's the best time to be here. So make a plan to touch down in New York this season. Call 1-800-NYC-GUIDE or go to nycvisit.com.
So, Vanessa, like my new phone? Sleek, huh?
Yeah, Ving, it's different.
All the latest features and big buttons.
Yeah, Ving, but don't you think it's kind of...
Did I mention big buttons?
He loves his big phone, and you'll love our big Motorola deals. At Radio Shack, get the Motorola V120C for just $9.99 with activation, regularly $19.99. While you're at Radio Shack, cast your vote for your favorite NFL All-Stars. Radio Shack, you've got questions, we've got answers.
With Andy Adorf and Bonnie Bernstein, Dick Enberg, welcome back to Giants Stadium. where the Jets hold a 24-13 lead. We open the fourth quarter. First down after the Trebet catch at the Bills 48. Lamont Jordan cut down as a good low hit from cornerback Nate Clements. And to remind you how contentious this division is, no division of the 8 in the NFL as close as this. One game separating all 4 teams. Miami is winning against the Chargers. New England was ahead at last, but I believe that game is very close now. And the Jets Buffalo, the winner of this one, not only moves closer to the lead, but pushes the team they defeat down. And that's it's going to be tough to recover. 5 games left after this one. New England now with a 2-touchdown lead against Minnesota. Pennington. Guns wide open is Santana Moss. What a move. And he's hit from behind at the 26 by hustling London Fletcher.
What a move. Santana Moss put on Chris Watson. Check this out. After the catch. Hello. I'm going. Hey, you don't coach that. You don't coach that. Tough day so far for Chris Watson. He's had a long afternoon in that Buffalo secondary, but we all knew coming out of college, we watched him at the University of Miami. Santana Moss after the catch, so dangerous.
So first down, and it's given to Curtis Martin, tackled at the 23-yard line. Santana named by his aunt Santana after the recording star. And he is music in the open field.
Not only look at his receiving on the top, but his punt return average on the bottom. 17.6 yards a return. Of course, we saw him take one all the way against the San Diego Chargers a couple weeks ago. So you talk about having a pair of talented return men here in New York between Chad Morton and Santana Moss.
You can talk special teams when you're talking the Jets. The throw is to Lavernius Coles, and a first down inside the 10. Nice catch of a high ball, and they're really picking on Chris Watson.
Well, how many times, Dick, do you see a team trying to protect the lead crawl into an offensive shell? And I really give the Jets a lot of credit for still being aggressive in their play calling and their execution. A lot of kudos to Paul Hackett, and that, my friends, is a tough catch. That ball was high and a little bit behind Lavernius Coles, and he went up and made it look pretty doggone easy. And guess who was in coverage? Chris Watson.
First and goal at the 9. Fake to Martin. The throw of the tight end Becht, and he's down at the 2-yard line. Tackled by Keith Newman and Nate Clements. Number 88, Anthony Becht.
I said to Chad Pennington when we were talking the other day, I said, boy, you and 88 have really developed a rapport. And he looked at me with his wide-eyed look like, what? I said, you know, your tight end, Anthony Becht. He went, oh my gosh. He said, I had a flashback. Randy Moss wore number 88 when we were at Marshall together, and I thought you were talking. I said, well, wait till Anthony Becht finds out that you don't even remember his number.
He started to blush. Pennington was embarrassed.
He did blush.
Second and goal at the 2. Give it to Jordan, and the big back trying to plow forward and meets tough resistance on that defensive right side. It'll be 3rd and goal. Deshaun Polk, an extra linebacker for Buffalo, in on that tackle. Jordan is 5'10" and 230. Has a touchdown earlier today, his 2nd of the season.
Yeah, this drive by the Jets has been a thing of beauty. And again, you just see it so often. A team doesn't convert first downs. They just get conservative. They just feed the ball into the line a couple times. This has been a very well-balanced drive by the Jets.
3rd and goal at the 2 as a passing down. But they give it to Jordan, and he tries to squeak forward, cannot. Lurching and leaning, but Polk again there to make the tackle shy of the goal line.
Boy, Deshaun Polk, you're right, he gets in there, and that was power on power. I think we understand that signal from Herman Edwards.
Well, at 24-13, the fans don't want a field goal, which would give the Jets a full 2-touchdown lead. Herman Edwards is going to comply.
He just waved them on and turned around and walked away.
So from the one, a big play for the Jets and the Bills. Pennington. Oh, my!
I can't believe he did that to Eddie Robinson. Eddie, I'm sorry, buddy.
Pennington, hardly a world-class sprinter.
Well, Dick, I go back to the touchdown where Pennington broke out, stopped, and threw it into the end zone. That has to be what Eddie Robinson is thinking right here. And then he goes ahead and starts back up again. Oh, my. And a linebacker does not like getting juked like that by a quarterback.
And Hall adds the extra point. They're loving Chadwick Pennington in the Big Apple. Everyone but Eddie Robinson. Oh, my.
We have always felt that our trucks were tougher than anybody else's trucks. I've had people say to me, I own a Ford truck, and I have 120,000 miles on it, and it's still as good as the day I bought it. Ford trucks stand up to anything you can do to them. Built Ford Tough isn't just a slogan. It's what we deliver. The people that buy Ford trucks say to us, I will only buy Ford trucks. I mean, I love hearing that.
For every force in the universe, there is an opposite. For every good, evil.
You are dangerous. I must deactivate you.
And the only way to stop it is to face it.
It's about destiny and conquest.
He's going after Earth.
Kill everything on that ship.
Star Trek Nemesis, rated PG-13.
Come fear.
Starts Friday, December 13th.
Hello, Moto.
I'm gonna play someday. I'm gonna play someday. Play someday. I'm gonna play someday. I'm gonna play someday. I'm gonna show you what I really got. I'm gonna play someday.
CBS Monday. Doug's friend needs a wife.
I thought I'd loan you to him, you know, like I lent him my drill.
Can she handle Thanksgiving?
You don't like her cooking?
Do you?
Exhibit A.
All new King of Queens. And the crib is almost ready. The family is gathering. And the baby is on the way.
You gonna finish this?
Tim Conway and Vicki Lawrence guest. All new Yes Dear after the King of Queens. CBS Monday.
Chad Pennington, his dad, a high school coach in Knoxville, Tennessee. His mother, an English teacher. And he used a little body English to throw it on Eddie Robinson for that touchdown. And could not have delighted this sellout crowd more. Oh, they've been roaring through this commercial break. John Hall skids one down. Picked up by Philip Crosby, a backup fullback, and he's out to the 35-yard line. And with that, a timeout, 9:37 left in the fourth quarter. Whoop! Pennington's second rushing touchdown. The new Bronco.
Honey, they got any kumquats? I love kumquats.
I don't know what kumquats look like. They got some great looking tomatoes. Do we need tomatoes?
No, I just got tomatoes.
They got kiwis. They got some red things here.
Hey, aren't you that guy?
No, sorry, I'm not him. What about bananas?
Come on, I know you.
I get that all the time. I'm sorry.
You're on television.
Well,
in commercials.
Hey, pal, I don't do commercials.
I'm sorry.
That's what you say, hon. There's 5 bananas too many to get brown, you know.
Good value.
Price is right. What's the resolution?
2400 DPI.
Oh, brilliant display of team chemistry, Dan.
Yeah, Charles Rosen and Matt Herman not only have a command of the products, they anticipate exactly where the other's going to be on the floor.
See the limited edition 007 Ford Thunderbird in Die Another Day.
I think this photo paper is just what you're looking for.
Wow, great price.
David White, 3-time Employee of the Month, Dan.
He has a natural ability to match a customer's needs with his budget. Really a go-to guy in these situations.
The NFL on
on CBS is sponsored by Ford. With 150 million vehicles sold, Ford is America's #1 choice. Nextel. Nextel. How business gets done. And by Staples. Get back time. Go to Staples.
Herman Edwards telling you something about his character and what he believes in his team, going for it on 4th and goal at the 1, and it produces a touchdown. Bledsoe back with a throw to Travis Henry, and Bledsoe with his passing today, and it's nice to get this name on the air. He has now moved into the number 20 spot in yardage all time, almost 33,000 yards, passing Ken Anderson, the great Cincinnati quarterback today, and he's less than 100 away from moving up to 19 and jumping ahead of Troy Aikman, and only 30 years old, this old man. They bring a blitz, and Bledsoe has to throw it away. He skips it to Remersma, incomplete.
You will not find another player in the National Football League who's in his 10th season in the NFL and only 30 years old like Drew Bledsoe. He got an early start. He was a babe.
Coming out of Washington State as a junior, young junior.
He's not afraid to hold on to the football to try to find somebody open. You'll hear defensive coordinators talk about he squeezes the air out of the ball when he's waiting for somebody to come open. That time, while he waited, his pocket collapsed around him.
He's taken a lot of hits. He's been sacked 36 times coming into this game.
Yes.
3rd and 2.
Second most in the league.
Nobody open. Finally he finds Larry Centers, who seems to always be open on 3rd down. And then his 13th season out of Stephen F. Austin continues to produce.
You talked about Larry Centers, Dick, and how many receptions he has as he moves towards 800 for a running back. Think about that. In the history of the NFL, his closest pursuer is the retired Keith Byers, who has 610.
That's putting some distance. Henry, some nice moves as he moves into Jets territory to the 48. Garnes the tackle, and tonight on CBS, remember when Jerry Lewis and Dean Martin were America's favorite comedy duo? I certainly do, and I mean they were part of our culture, and then we all were shocked when they broke up. Well, it all produces a big movie tonight on CBS, 9 o'clock, world premiere, Martin and Lewis. Hope you'll be with us. Bledsoe has it knocked free, and Evans recovers. Bo Lewis stripped him, and Josh Evans falls on the ball, and that makes it 3 turnovers to none. Jets advantage, and the score reflects it with 8:02 left in the 4th.
What is it? It's a UBA. UBA? Universal Business Adapter. What's it do? It connects anything to everything. What's this for? Your laptop, your mainframe, call center, Unix servers, Linux servers, internet, supply chain, payroll system, HR, email. Slick.
Is it affordable? Fast?
Easy. Very. Does it work in Europe? You need an adapter.
Change that to 6. I'm happy to meet him. Get Preeb on a plane today, okay? I need him here. I'll take the meeting, just keep it short. Well, just as long as I'm out by 7. Hang on one second. Thomas, did we get a new car?
Oh, no, sir. Your car is in for service. This is my car.
Surprise yourself with the simple elegance of the Ford Taurus. If you haven't looked at Ford lately, look again.
Right now, fly Southwest Airlines for just $39 to $99 each way when you purchase by December 12th. So get packing.
You are now free to move about the country.
America loved Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis.
Would you mind if I go back up on stage now?
I don't, but they might.
This is their true story.
Just 2 guys on stage goofing around.
They loved each other like brothers.
Till death do us part.
Until their breakup shocked the nation.
To me, you're nothing but a dollar sign.
It's People's Show of the Week. Martin and Lewis tonight.
Opportunistic, the Jets today, a +3 in turnovers. And again, the first 5 games where they struggled out of the gate, they were a -6 in the differential. They're a +9 counting the 3 turnovers today. From the 47-yard line, Pennington has it deflected at the line of scrimmage by Aaron Schobel.
Let's go back and look at that fumble. Ted Cottrell really throws one at here. He shows just a 3-man rush right here with the 3 guys up front. But then take a look. Here's Mo Lewis right here. Here's Sam Garnes over in the corner, and they're going to come around the edges. And when they come in off the edges, Drew Bledsoe isn't expecting it. 57 there on the left. Mo Lewis is going to be untouched. And that's a sandwich, and the ball comes loose. You give them a 3-man look, you set up accordingly, and then they were surprised with the rush on the edge.
Give us to Curtis Martin, and kudos, partner. That was really one of the better telestrating efforts of the season.
My finger's sore. I need a split for my finger. I need to go in for x-rays. There is Ted Cottrell, who we saw unceremoniously dumped earlier this game as he
what a good guy. Is he one of the really good guys?
One of the best.
You'd love to play for him.
Well, and a guy that a lot of people talk about as a guy who should be a head coach in the National Football League. He has interviewed before and hopefully will continue to be a guy who's in play because he deserves it.
3rd and 5. The Bills were offside, so a free play for Martin. Ahanotu, who has had a quiet Sunday here in the Big Apple, hasn't had his name mentioned much at all, and he was one of those lurching forward. Kendrick Office the other. They did not pick up the first down on the rush. A 5-yard penalty would just about give them the first down. And Pennington, not a tough call for a Rhodes Scholar finalist, academic All-America.
Offside, 77 defense, 5 yards. Repeat 3rd down.
You'd be surprised. I was captain of the Cardinals for 10 years, and the officials are wonderful. They won't let you make a stupid call. They really won't. They'll explain it. They'll give you your options, and then they'll go, now you're going to do this, aren't you? they're very friendly.
First down stakes.
It is, you know, when they start giving you all the options and you're in the heat of battle and you're worried about the next play call, and it's you know, they have saved a lot of skin through the years.
I remember one time we had a guy jump off sides against us, and I declined the penalty, and we only completed a pass for 2 yards. And he's going, no, you got to take the penalty. I said, no, I don't want to take the penalty. He said, you got to take the penalty. Well, what it had done was Mel Gray, our wide receiver, it continued a continuous game streak of a reception. And I said,
respot the ball with the stakes. It's very close to a first down. It'll be 3rd and short.
I think Jerry Markbright was the official, and I had a heck of a time trying to get him to
understand.
I really did want to decline this penalty because we wanted Mel to have that reception. That's how good they are in trying to watch out. It's a, you know, you get mad at them when they throw a flag at you, but they really, by and large, they do a pretty excellent job out there.
They're a friend of the game. A chance to check on the scoring summary of this game. And they started with a couple of field goals, and then Lamont Jordan, the first touchdown of the game. And then what a run by Martin to make it 17-3. Lavernius Coles. Back came Travis Henry for Buffalo. But here's the play of the day. The new Bronco Nagurski. Chad Pennington with that incredible fake and a touchdown.
The new Bronco Nagurski?
That's him. Didn't you see it? Power and fake and finesse. It was all there in one artistic effort.
3 turnovers, you notice there on the bottom for Buffalo.
There's Jordan blasting through a big hole and inside the 30. Easily the first down. London Fletcher with the tackle. Here's Bonnie.
You had mentioned that Chad Pennington, Rhodes Scholar, but I mean, interestingly enough, he says it hasn't been so much the physical as much as the mental part of being a starter. It's really been a struggle for him. He said the mental preparation, getting ready for a game, and now even more than that, the emotional recovery afterwards. And if you see him in the sidelines, he's so hyped up the entire game. I'm telling you, if I could just bottle a little bit of that and sell it, I can retire a very rich woman tomorrow.
That's right. He does have a wonderful energy, youthful at 26. Hand it off to Martin, having a big day, and he's down to the 24-yard line. You know, Pennington's dad was a coach. Interestingly, both coaches, both quarterbacks, Bledsoe and Pennington, their dads were long-time 30-year high school coaches, and both their mothers were junior high school English teachers. Pretty good background. And he was breaking down film at 8 for his dad. And we're going to break for a commercial. 6:06 left in the fourth quarter.
I love playing two-hand touch, eating way too much, watching my team win with the Twins. I love quarterbacks eating dirt, pom-poms and short skirts, fans who won't quit, and those Twins. And I love them too. Here's the football.
Introducing Domino's Pizza Buffalo Chicken Kickers. Tender cuts of all-white chicken breast with a kick of spicy buffalo flavor baked through and through. 10 pieces for $5.99. Get the door and get a kick out of dinner tonight. Get an order of Cinesticks free when you buy a large one-topping pizza for $9.99.
I'm not exactly a small person. Never have been. There aren't many things made for someone like me. Not many things at all. The Black & Decker swivel drill is. It works in 5 different positions, so I don't have to. It's pretty cool for a little guy.
The swivel drill from Black & Decker.
Hi, I'm Emmett.
And I'm not.
We may not look it,
but we're a lot alike.
We both like giving back to the community.
And we're both considered quite stylish.
And we both believe that phone service should be simple.
Oh, yeah, like 10-10-220.
It's cheap, whether you use it a little or a lot.
99 cents for all calls up to 20 minutes.
And there are no monthly commitments.
So you only pay for the calls you make. So, what do you think of the shirt?
Too loud.
What do you think of the shirt?
Dial 10-10-220.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Coors Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Cold down easy. And by Domino's Pizza. Get the door. It's Domino's.
6:06 left in the fourth, and the Jets on the move with the lead. Next top tour players, including the Shark, will make all the shots at the Franklin Templeton shootout. For more, go to CBSSportsline.com. America Online, keyword CBS Sportsline. That to follow our football action from the Meadowlands. And going into the final round, there's the leaderboard. Rocco and Lee with a 3-stroke lead over Houston and Maggard.
Of course, our referee today is Ron Blum, who is a member of the PGA, a golf professional. One of the better referees in the game. Go get a couple tips in the tunnel after the game. I've been hooking it a little bit, Dick. I think my triangle is breaking down.
Ron Edwards makes the tackle of Lamont Jordan.
You know, your arm's got to form that triangle.
Well, you know that triangle, maybe it's because you're not holding it with the left hand correctly, and it doesn't get that pure ring when you strike the triangle to get that rhythmic sound.
Oh, actually, I think it's simpler than that. I think my stomach's in the way.
Good thinking. Saturday, your favorites are back, giving it their prime time best. Listen to this lineup: Scott Hamilton, Taro Lipinski, Brian Boitano, Kurt Browning, Surya Bonali. They head up the competition as Olay presents Ice Wars USA versus the World. For more, go to CBSSportsline.com. America Online, keyword CBS Sportsline. And, of course, so much to remind you about. Thanksgiving Day, it's the Patriots going to Detroit to meet the Lions in the traditional Detroit Thanksgiving Day game, 12:30 Eastern Time. But at noon, tune in for Jim Nantz and company and all the key information, and they'll probably have a special turkey there on the set as Pennington fires deep and has a touchdown to Sam. No, Moss had it in his arms and couldn't hang on as he was being chased by Watson and Prelo.
And Chris Watson, all right, he gets in, and a little redemption there. He's had a tough afternoon.
Looked like he had it, and it just
Watson knocked it out. He got his left hand on the football. What a throw from Pennington as he drops it right in on Moss, little behind him. And good job there by Watson of getting a hand on the football and knocking it loose.
John Hall on to kick a 45 or 46 yarder right in between. Has the wind advantage at his back on this kick, and he hooks it left, no good. Now it'll remain 31-13. So Buffalo gets it at the spot of the kick, so decent field position for the Bills. As you look at Chad Pennington, I want to go back to Curtis Martin just to underline what he's done today with 120 yards rushing. Martin's 27th 100-yard game as a Jet, and that breaks Freeman McNeil's former mark of 26. And he now needs only 38 yards to be the 16th player ever to rush for 10,000 yards. So Martin, step by step, run by run, is moving himself up the ladder and the game's elite. He is one of the great players. Bledsoe out of the shotgun with a big deficit, fires incomplete to Riemersma.
Isn't that an attempted pass that's been emblematic of Buffalo's offense all day? A wide open receiver and a misfire, and you don't want to drop it all on the quarterback's doorstep, but there's some confusion between Bledsoe and his receivers. It seems to have been there all day.
Yeah. That was another example. Boy, as those scores go by, another 5-5 team, the Browns, trying to upset the Saints in New Orleans. One of the surprising scores today, and Atlanta killing Carolina. Bledsoe fires underneath, and it's Peerless Price, tackled shy of the sticks at the 44 by Mo Lewis. Not a happy night for Bledsoe when he heard the news that his alma mater, Washington State, upset by rival Washington last night. The Cougars were third in the BCS series standings.
Was it a great day for a lot of us?
Hey, you notice how kind I've been?
Yes,
didn't mention it.
You know, I bleed maize and blue, and my Wolverines turned in a great effort yesterday, but congratulations to Ohio State. You know, they finished an undefeated season. Of course, a pair of their cornerbacks here, and Antoine Winfield, Nate Clements for the Bills.
4th and 2. It's deflected, incomplete, and the Jets will take over on downs on 4th and 2. Peerless Price was the intended receiver, and veteran Mo Lewis there to deny. And Ted Cottrell's defense has played well again, allowing a high-scoring Buffalo team only 13 points.
And right now, this has to be a Buffalo Bills team really searching for some answers now, as they're on their way to 3 consecutive losses after such a promising start. And their schedule is a little tough here. It's starting next week when they go home to play the Dolphins.
And then New England, San Diego, Green Bay, and Cincinnati to conclude the year. You know, we made the point the first 5 games, the Jets defense allowed 32 points per game. Then the last 5, 13.6, and that's right where they are today. They've really pulled it all together. They had a lot of new starters this year, and they seem to know what each other's doing now, as Lavernius Coles has another catch, and he's tackled down at the 39 by Fletcher. Yeah, here's a summary of the top performers in the game today. Chad Pennington, modest numbers, 178 yards, but no mistakes.
No mistakes. That's what's key. And then here's the guy that's carried this offense, and that is we only put up Curtis Martin because we couldn't put up the entire offensive line. And Lavernius Coles, as he continues his breakaway season here in his 3rd year out of Florida State. This offensive line of the Jets, so they've all earned game balls today.
Jordan takes a solid hit coming up from the secondary, as Prelo in on the tackle along with Aaron Schobel. And Lavernius Coles limped off the field after making that last catch in some pain.
Lost, came out of a shoe, and of course by the way, pass along that the x-rays on Richie Anderson were negative, and he's back out on the sidelines. He's not going to play anymore. You don't want to put him in the game, so hopefully that'll be some good news for the Jets and their fullback.
On 3rd and 3, Lamont Jordan, head down, 1st down and more to the 27-yard line. with 3:10 left. Let's look at the Jets' final 6 games.
Conference, and you look at the remaining schedule for both of these clubs, and it's why we said the loser of this game is in big trouble.
You almost have to think about winning them all if you want to get in the playoffs now.
I agree.
Jordan stacked up, maybe a yard on the play. Let's look ahead tonight. 60 Minutes, always a must. Then Becker, Everybody Loves Raymond, great lineup. And then the Sunday premiere movie Martin and Lewis at 9 o'clock. So be with us on CBS this evening.
I read Jerry Lewis saying that he has seen the movie, he screened it, and really enjoyed it. He thought it was A-OK.
And that takes us to the 2-minute timeout. Tough afternoon for Greg Williams and the Bills.
Ever notice how many Ford trucks you see out there? Is it because they're so tough? Is it payload, horsepower, towing, their off-road capabilities, the Triton engines, lasting durability? Or is it all those things that have made Ford F-Series the best-selling truck for 25 straight years? Leadership has no boundaries when you're built Ford tough.
Listen, got a little advertising opportunity for you, Pally. Foot powder.
Yeah, foot powder, right. Forget about it.
Well, before you say that, it's a truckload of money.
Sam, I don't do commercials, period.
Hey, you're preaching to the choir. I told them that.
Know why I don't do commercials?
Why's that, pal?
Because they're dishonest. They lie.
Boy, that's strong language.
I'm supposed to peddle some product I don't even use. Forget about it. I'm not going to do it.
I wouldn't let you do it.
You better believe it.
While it may surprise you that the FBI isn't all it's cracked up to be, it won't surprise you that Billy Crystal is. Both stories tonight on 60 Minutes.
Wednesday before Thanksgiving, gather the family for Survivor on a special night with never-before-seen footage.
I shook up everyone.
Survivor on a special night, CBS Wednesday.
Pensive, reflective Drew Bledsoe, and we all will sit back and think about how fortunate we are, and we wish you and your family a happy Thanksgiving. I know that marvelous wife cooker, the way she can get the job done in the kitchen, you're going to have some good eating.
Yes, sir. And we are both fortunate in that respect. And I don't know about you, Dick, but at our house, Thanksgiving is a big deal. We have a lot of friends over. The television is on. Watching the games on Thanksgiving, just part of the day. And
well, we'll have that common denominator with so many millions. We'll all be watching the doubleheader. Absolutely. We're going to do it from the snow. They got some good early snow up in Vail, Colorado. Old yard sale Enberg will be on the slopes. And a reminder that it all begins on Thanksgiving with the Super Bowl champion Patriots and the Detroit Lions. And no matter what the records, the Lions always seem to come up with a special effort on Thanksgiving Day. Bills have used their final timeout. A reminder at noon, the guys will be together. They have their own feast here in New York. 31-13, and time running out on this one, and the Jets continue to impress. Jordan on 3rd and 9. Well, let's give the Jets the win and Buffalo then the defeat, and this is how the AFC East looks. Pretty well give Miami the win too. They have a huge lead on San Diego, 30-3.
New England playing right now as well. You see Miami with boy, that's San Diego. That's the second time, and there's New England with a touchdown lead over Minnesota in a very short week for the Patriots. As we just told you, they play again on Thanksgiving Day, so it's a hurried week for the Pats. That's the bad news. The good news is they get 4 days off afterwards.
Approaching the 1-minute mark, and
you look back.
Repeat fourth down.
You look back at the New York Jets and their season, and two things come to my mind right off the top of my head. One, right there, Herman Edwards' decision that Chad Pennington's time had come.
At 1 and 3.
Yeah, painful to make Vinny Testaverde the scapegoat for what had happened, but Vinny lost his job and Chad Pennington came on. And then I look back at that talk when Herman, you know, we showed it to you earlier when he went off about there's no quitting in this game, and how his team has responded since then by cranking off 4 consecutive wins.
And it's
a couple watershed moments.
You bet. That's a 4th and 13 stop, and the Bills take over on downs.
This was Chad's first start, and yeah, we're going to see shades of Jim McMahon as he goes along. You see, the first guy hit was Kareem McKenzie, and he surprised him. He didn't see that one coming.
Today he was much gentler. He only had one baby bump on his way out for the intros.
It was a baby butt.
Baby butt, yeah.
Bump. It's a head butt. Hey, remember the '85 Bears and how much fun they were, and Jim McMahon headbutting all his offensive linemen, and it's you love to see that kind of enthusiasm.
Alex Van Pelt comes in at quarterback with just a minute left and throws complete to Larry Centers. Short yardage, and Mo Lewis the tackler. Van Pelt, who has not thrown a pass this season until that one, former University of Pittsburgh quarterback. I think he played for Paul Hackett, the Jets offensive coordinator there with the Panthers. And a flag down
before
the snap.
You're looking at number 10 right there. Well, guess what one of the things was that he got to do when he was at Pitt? He got to turn around and hand it to a fairly decent running back who was there at the time.
Number 68 offense.
Curtis Martin.
Penalty also includes a 10-second runoff. Timer, please set the clock at 25 seconds and start it on my signal.
That makes any quarterback better, doesn't it?
It surely does. And Curtis, who really had to be talked into playing high school football. His mother said, you're going to get in trouble if you don't go out for sports. I want you to play football. Unlike so many moms who don't want you to go to play, you might get hurt. Right. She said, you're going to play. And he was a star almost immediately. Underneath the throw, complete to Peerless Price, and that nothing but a little statistical frosting as the final seconds tick away. And the New York Jets will move above the 500 line, 6-5, with their 4th consecutive victory. And Herman Edwards' Mean Green team is now a factor in the AFC Eastern race. 31-13. Impressive indeed. Led by Curtis Martin with 120 yards rushing. He was the star and a big touchdown early. Coming up next, NFL Today, Jim Nance and company will have all the scores and highlights of the early games today, so stay with us. We'll be switching to New York immediately.
Happy Thanksgiving, Dick.
Yeah,
Bonnie and our whole crew. Great work, everybody. Have a wonderful holiday.
And to all of you out there, a meaningful Thanksgiving to you all. Dick Enberg, Dan Dierdorf, Bonnie Bernstein. So long from New York. Now let's go to NFL Today.
Welcome back. I'm Tina Cervasio here with you on NFL Sunday Ticket. The Jets get themselves back above